One athlete that's always been inspiring to me that I followed for a while is Cree, and she had an injury 2 years ago.
Tore her ACL.
Tore her ACL, has been able to come back and be on that final point. I mean, just dominating in these national championships. And her, I know she's been a big part of the leadership with Fury. And I remember that last play, she was in the back of the stack and the disc was swung and she cut in and cut it and caught the goal, and it was like, wow, like we all got chills and it was cool.
Yeah, and like my favorite part about that is something Maddie had said to us the night before, is like teams that win nationals do the little things right? Like they're not making these huge, we have to huck it and run and fast, and like you can just win nationals with a cut from the back where you're just cutting, you swing the disc quickly and hit the cut, right?
Right.
It's simple, and yet
yeah, it's tough. Yeah, some of these teams I feel like get really creative with some of the throws, and it's like, are the athletes really going to be able to cut with conviction if they don't know what's going to happen and it's going to this throw or the other throw? It seems like it's very traditional fundamentals ultimate.
Yeah, it really is an ego thing though, because it's just taking your ego out of it and knowing that you don't have to be the one that throws the goal, or you don't have to be the one that catches that pass, right? Like a lot of teams don't throw that one extra pass that makes the last throw easy. Right. They try and do the big throw that scores it quickly. Right. And I think that's where Fury stands out.
And that's such a big lesson. There's so many lessons that we can learn from Fury, and if we weren't losing light, I would go on for a while because this is really cool. But you know, you just mentioned Opie, her first year with Fury, and she's already getting everybody pumped up and just playing at the half and getting really just playing really well for Fury, and from what I saw. Yeah. And that's just huge. And she's the kind of athlete, and it seems like almost everybody on Fury is the kind of athlete that it's the mindset of you're never satisfied. It's always on to the next one. What can we do better? And a lot of people have trouble with that. A lot of people win and they're like, I did it. Let me kick my feet up and chill. But a couple days after nationals, you know, we heard from Opie, and Opie's like, hey, what can I do this off season? What can I get started on to be more explosive, be more fit? In the week after nationals. And I know this week, I mean, 3 days after nationals, we went out and we just took you through Agility Zero linear day and Agility Zero lateral day, and you're already out there putting in work and happy to do it. You know, you didn't have all this burnout and all this stuff that you know, some athletes go through, and that's incredible. And that's, you know, likely a lot of the reason why you've been able to be successful and will continue to be successful. So with that in mind, what's your approach going into this off season, and are you excited about 2018? And you know, what does 2018 look like for you?
Well, I am always trying to improve my throws. That's a big one. I feel like at some point, if a cutter wants to continue to play high level, they have to switch to handling. Right. So that's like my long-term goal, is to be able to have those throws. And if I end up continuing to be able to cut for a high-level team, now I'm just a double threat, right? Right. But I really want to continue to work on strength and quickness, because I feel like now that I've started working with Moral Performance, it's kind of opened a whole new door for me. And doing their training, I've never felt so prepared as I did at Worlds tryouts this year. Nice. And yeah, I think it showed at tryouts. I felt like my training had put me in a position to succeed. Wow. And I really want to do that again for the next season.